Hey there, this is Heather and welcome back to Civ 6 as Eleanor of Aquitaine, in this case Eleanor of France. Before I get into the video, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment in the comment section. Okay, so I'm pretty excited about today's video because we are one era away from cultists, and you know that my first plan with that is going to be to surround London with cultists and flip it. So that's what I'm planning on for this episode, if we can make that happen. Otherwise, it'll happen in the next one, but we'll see how that goes. I've also spotted the craziest luxury concentration I've ever seen. So I'm definitely hoping to found some cities over here. And I think we're going to have to get them in Lyon, and I'm going to need to probably just buy them. And in order to hold that, I'm going to need a cultural alliance with Alexander. Not that I want a cultural alliance, because I really don't, but it would be temporary. And before I forget, I want to buy a tile. I've got land surveyors in right now, and I want to buy this one because I'm hoping to put a preserve right here. And while it won't have, this one tile right there, it will have all of these other ones. And if we do flip this city, then we can just not improve this copper, and that would be a really good preserve there. So I'm actually going to buy this one as well, because I don't want Geneva to take it, and they will. Because if you're looking at the city-states here, Geneva, like right now I've only got 5 envoys in there, but everyone is like affecting it. So I feel like they're just going to expand rapidly. And on that note, as much as I don't want to be spending money, let's see how much it costs. Okay, so I could get this tile just to make sure they don't get it for 148. This one's also 148. Obviously this tile is more valuable because it has the trees on it, so I'm just going to go ahead and take that. I'd rather they have to expand over to this mountainous area and towards Alexander's territory, and as soon as I can buy that tile, I'll do that. Although, like I said, I do want to be buying settlers. Unfortunately, I can't faith buy them right now, but I did renew all of my trade deals between parts before I started recording this episode, so we are doing pretty good. We are getting 58 gold from deals, and I'm paying 25 to Peter for a deal, and I believe that is for a heroic relic. So, and then on that note, let's see if anyone else has a heroic relic that they are willing to sell. So England doesn't have any. Scotland doesn't have any. You have 2. She won't sell that one. What about the Arthur one? She won't sell that one. Well, we can see if she changes her mind later. Peter, do you have any more? You have the Epic of Sinbad. Nope, he won't do it right now. What about you? Oh wait, I need to get a cultural alliance with you, but I have to wait for this to expire with someone else. Let's see, do you have any heroic relics? No, you do not. Okay, well, we will look at that more later. I did manage to buy 1 heroic relic, so I think it won't be that bad. I do have a lot of allies, allied with like pretty much everyone, or I could be. Okay, so Sun Wukong has died, and now we have his epic. I'm going to put the epics over in Paris and make sure that that's where they are, because I definitely want... Oh, no, I can't put it in there. Well, I can put it... No, I can't put that one there. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. I'm going to put this, let's see, which city is this one? La Rochelle. Can I put that in La Rochelle? Because if I can, then I can negatively affect England with it. No, can't do it. Can't do it. And where is Toulouse? Toulouse is not where I wanted to, not where I want the relic to be. Right here. Okay, well, that's fine for now. I guess I'll just leave it there. I mean, I could put the heroic relics right here to take the city over. However, as soon as I get a cultural alliance, that's not going to... Okay, so this expires in 20 turns. It's actually quite a while from now. So let's just put that in Reims. And we can affect Alexander with that. And actually, I don't think that we're going to get to the next era in that time either. So we might as well put them over here. I'm going to have to get my religion over there because right now it's not in the city and it will triple the strength of those relics if I put it in there. And Maui's going to have to deal with these barbarians and you are going to continue scouting. There is more wine down here, so we definitely don't have a complete monopoly on this. And let's cancel that action. Instead, attack this musket man right there. These other units are healing up right now, but I definitely want to clear that out because I don't want them getting all of the amber. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in this general area. That's crazy. Like, there's no way that that wouldn't be a monopoly, so we're going to work on that. And a settler here would take me 33 turns, which is way too much. Let's not do that. Instead, let's work on probably our medieval walls. We could put a harbor in there, but I feel like it'll just constantly get pillaged by Norway, in which case that's really not a good idea. We could work on an industrial zone and an aqueduct, and actually an aqueduct would be really good. I could put it here and then put an industrial zone there, so that's what I'm going to do. And we are still at war with Norway, in case I didn't already say that. Like, obviously, I did say that Norway will pillage our stuff, but he does not want peace. I did check this, and he won't do it. He wants 76 gold per turn. I'm not ever going to give him that. That's just not going to happen. And this is empty right now, so hopefully we can clear that right away. Okay, and we will... probably, well, we could use Mulan for this. I guess we could do that. She's not gonna get experience though, so it's kind of like pointless. I would like to repair this harbor, and then because I have the Grandmaster's Chapel, I could buy units. However, can't buy a naval unit right now, so maybe I can do that after I repair the harbor. But we need to protect it with naval units because it just keeps getting attacked. And then in Paris, I would like the medieval walls. I would like an aqueduct. However, I really want a wonder. And I want to put a wonder next to the amphitheater, the theater square. This one will hold 3 relics. And since we're going to have cultists, this would be a fantastic wonder to get. So I'm going to put that adjacent to the theater square. And hopefully we can finish St. Basil's. I might want to get a builder over here and chop something. I'll probably want to put a district there, so we could chop that tile. I'm not planning to put a preserve there. And I also need to improve this wine tile so that it counts towards, you know, my monopoly that I'm going to have. Okay, now La Rochelle, looking at this between parts, I could see that there's only one available tile for an aqueduct right there, so that's definitely where that's going to have to go. However, right now I'm over my limit on traders because I had an additional trader due to a World Congress thing that has expired. So I could work on the lighthouse for 20 turns. I could pay for it. I'm not going to buy it with gold because I need to save that gold to get a settler as soon as possible. I'll buy it over here, and like I said, I'll get a cultural alliance with Alexander so that I'll be able to found cities over here on the other side of him. Right now I wouldn't be able to hold it. Probably even if I put one here, I wouldn't be able to hold it. So that's what the plan is. And then I think that we're gonna need another governor, but I'm gonna wait on that one And we need to focus on food in Reims because it's stagnant otherwise. But we are doing pretty good on this playthrough so far. I feel pretty confident about it. Let's convert our city. And now that will be affecting Alexander with the great works. As you can see, it's 60 tourism, 12 faith, and 4 culture. If we had another type of, you know, art in this city, like this one belongs here and it's in the same city, so that's fine. But if I could, you know, purchase another great work or get a great person, that would definitely help us out. Now I could get William Shakespeare right here. I could afford that right now, and that wouldn't be a bad idea. So let's do that. Let's buy him with faith. Okay, we have discovered the Owls of Minerva. Now I'm going to send him over here on the next turn when I can do that. And over in Amboise, we are working on a couple of things right now. This is our commercial hub. It'll take 22 turns to build that. This keeps getting pillaged, so I'm kind of not really interested in building the harbor until we actually have a unit to protect it. I could get a caravel, but that'll take 24 turns, and I'm kind of not really interested in that. Let's work on, I guess, the commercial hub. Well, no, let's just work on the harbor, because if we do that, hopefully we can faith buy it. Although we are working on a harbor right here, so we'll know in the next turn whether or not we can faith buy naval units. I think we can, but I haven't done this before. I haven't actually built the Grandmaster's Chapel, and that's the reason why I don't know. And some of you may know and be like, yes, of course you can, but I just want to be sure. All right, and Mulan can alert me. We're not doing anything with her right now. She's just gonna like expire and give us a relic at this point. All right, and we've got barbarian stuff going on over there. And we could convert Alexander's city. There's no reason not to, so I'm gonna do that. It will also negatively affect his loyalty. So that's a pretty good idea. And let's attack this barbarian unit. It is a caravel. And we can also reach it with this one. Alright, now England's probably going to take that builder because they did have a swordsman over there. And I don't want Maui to be killed by these barbarians. I'm going to have him, like, go over there where all that stuff's going on. Well, where all the amber is, rather. Stuff isn't actually going on. And we are going to repair this lighthouse so I can get another trade route going. Because right now my trader is just, you know, waiting until we finish this off. And I should check now about the faith purchasing. So actually, even with the harbor, I can't faith buy a naval unit, and that's good that I checked that. Do we want to produce one? I'm thinking that would be a good idea, and it will not take nearly as long over here. So we could build, let's see, you're a quadrireme, your melee strength is 20, ranged 25. The melee strength of a caravel is 55, so I think we definitely want to get the caravel. Despite the fact that it will take longer, it's just going to be a lot stronger, and I already have ranged units, or, you know, Bombard and Mulan, who is ranged. Okay, and we have converted Alexander City. I don't know if that's going to be affected by, what's it called?
Oh, swear not by the moon.
By disloyalty yet, or not, but we will find out. I don't like what Russia is doing with these religious units, but he won't stop. I think I asked him before, and he just doesn't care. He really just does not care that I'm angry about that, so we're gonna have to just deal with it, unfortunately. And Scotland still has the city over here. Kind of surprised that he's actually being able to maintain that right now, but I'm sure it won't last very long. We are doing pretty well. Gunpowder has been completed. Let's see, my culture is 80, And Alexander has more culture than I do. So, yeah, I definitely do want to get a cultural alliance with him so that he doesn't manage to flip the city I'm planning on founding. Now, I have 880 gold. I don't think I can buy my settler yet. No. I need 1160 for that. So it'll take a few turns from now. And I'm going to work on printing because I do have some great works of writing that I would like to double the tourism from. And I'm not at war with Russia, so I can't do anything about this guy, unfortunately. But I'd rather not go to war with Russia. And now let's create Hamlet. Alright. Now these great works should definitely be negatively affecting Alexander. However, he does have wonders and things like that, so I think this is something that would require cultists. And I still have a cultural alliance with Scotland for 15 more turns. So that may not be something that I can change in this episode, maybe in the next part. We'll see how quick these turns go. Alright, and the number of people in my empire is truly impressive. Great. We definitely want as much population as we can get for our culture production. And I'm just going to move these units over here, like I said, to kind of like keep tabs on that area. It'd be nice if I could defeat these barbarians before they pillage my stuff, but it just continues to happen. And now we know that we can't actually faith buy the unit, so we'll just have the caravel in 11 turns, and then hopefully it will be easier from there. We can park the caravel on the harbor, which I probably should have done a while ago. Okay, now we could do bread and circuses right here for 10 turns. It would increase the loyalty pressure that the city exerts on itself and other cities nearby, which sounds like a really good idea. We could also build an archaeological museum. That would take 8 turns. I want to see how good this does right now. And I think I want to move the swordsman out of here, frankly, because he's not good for this. You know, as a garrison, I really do need a crossbow in there. I think I'm going to send this guy over there. But let's queue some stuff up here. So I have something to build right here at the theater square. I think I'm going to want to queue up a naval unit though. So, well, actually, you know what? I'll wait on that. We'll do the theater square, I guess. And then after that, the lighthouse. And maybe I'll train a naval unit somewhere else. I'm not sure. But we're really fine right now with the city bombardment. I mean, they could pillage some things, but it's kind of not really worth, you know, taking all of that time to deal with it. Especially, like, at a certain point, they're going to run out of stuff to pillage. And they are getting killed pretty quickly, so I think it's fine. I really don't want to do, like, an aggressive military strategy in this game, because it just makes it impossible to focus on everything else. Okay, so camps are improved, and we can now build privateers. The privateers would be really great, as opposed to a caravel. And I have enough money now to get a settler. So we've got that. We have basically no gold at this point, but that's fine. We got what we needed. And hopefully nothing, you know, comes up, basically. Alright, now you can just explore and hopefully not get killed. My lighthouse did get pillaged. How many turns would it take me to get a privateer instead? 14 turns. Well, as much as that would be better. I don't know if I want to switch, but I do want to, I think, go and fix this lighthouse first. Maybe Mulan can... No, well, Mulan's strengthening the city, so I don't really know that I want to move her out of there. Let's just have her stay. I was thinking maybe I should get another ranged unit, and I could. That would make it quicker to kill them off when the barbarians show up. But I don't really think I want to spend the gold or the faith on it, because I do want to save up as much faith as possible right now, knowing that the next era I'm going to be mass buying cultists all at once the second I can do it. And like in the Brazil playthrough, I didn't really have the strategy I would normally have for that game. So I definitely need to prioritize things better this time, because I don't want to have to restart. Okay, and we don't have the trader at capacity right now, so I'm gonna have to wait. And it looks like one of my traders was actually killed, so that's not great. All right, and let's work on the amphitheater in Nantes. And I don't know, oh yeah, you're just awake because there was stuff going on. That guy is dead now. My fishing tile needs to be repaired. I need to improve this tile. I need to do a lot of things. Again, you can't do anything, so I don't know what's up with that. Although it says I only have one. I'm not sure why I wouldn't be able to send the one if I only have one. I could move it, but that's not going to help, so. Alright. Can you just alert me? It's kind of confusing with all of the ally military units in my territory. The apostles are trying to kill my missionaries. We got another epic because one of my heroes died. Expired, rather. I mean, technically it is gone, but didn't get killed by anyone, so that's alright. Okay, and now we're gonna go back to working on the caravel. Now it's gonna take 8 turns instead of 10 that it had left, so that's not bad. Alright, and that unit is gone. She's impressed with my science. I should probably work on this lighthouse right now. Alright. Well, my skirmisher got killed by that barbarian unit. Yeah, the loyalty over here is quite terrible. So this is going to be a difficult city to found. It really is. And let's work on some more techs. I could get banking, which would be helpful. We do want to start getting great merchant points, but I need to have commercial hubs for that, so which I really don't. And we do want to get to the industrial era in general. I should probably be trying to get towards Oxford. So let's just do a beeline for Oxford and hope that we can actually get our hands on that. Okay, and she's glad that I have an expansive empire. What on earth do you think you're doing, Scotland? Because you're not going to get that, Amber. You're really not. I'm not going to let it happen. I've got my units over here. And they're not going anywhere. Definitely not. Okay, and Scythia is intimidated by my empire, which is good. We definitely want her to be intimidated. I don't want my... Well, what is this? It's a caravel. It's a melee unit, so we'll be okay. I don't think it can steal my settler. Okay, now I've got 4 envoys, and Geneva has been taken over by Alexander. So let's take it back. And let's look at this hero here. Like, all of the heroes have been claimed at this point, and I only got 2, which... Oh no, I didn't. I got 4. Alright. I don't know why I thought I got 2 for a second. I just saw the deceased on these 2, and like it stood out to me more. But yeah. So we got a few of them, and other people got a few of them, and I've been able to buy one of the relics. We'll probably be able to buy some more, but I am saving up for another settler because I do want to found 2 cities over here and not just one. And the loyalty is going to be terrible, but there isn't a lot I can do about that. This cultural alliance will expire in 7 turns. I'm just going to have policies and stuff. Policies and a governor to make this better. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna found a city in a like super terrible loyalty penalty location. That would be interesting if you founded one right there. I don't think you can, so I think we'll be okay. But there's like a race for this area. Religious tourism effects are halved versus your civilization with the Enlightenment, and scientific theory has been boosted. Okay, now I don't want to be on these tiles. This one would be pretty good. And then we'll want to get one like over there. But this is going to be pretty difficult to get, you know, the city to be stable. It's definitely going to be an issue. Okay, now I'm going to work on, I think, civil engineering, although we could go for these ones. Let's look at the policies here, because I definitely need to change this. Okay, so looking at the government, I'm going to change a couple of things specifically to get loyalty going. I don't want to change this card right here because while I check the Civilopedia and I can't figure out which era St. Basil's is from, this is the only one that I have, so I'm going to assume that it is, you know, covered by this card because I'm not into the next era with my text. So we should be okay with that one. I'm going to have to replace one of these military policies with this one to get more loyalty. And I'm also going to have to use that diplomatic one. So I think I'm going to replace the... I mean, I really hate to do this. I'm going to replace the bastions with this, and then I'm going to replace the charismatic leader with this, and hope that that is enough. And then we're going to have to get a governor in the city the minute that I found it, because I won't be able to keep it otherwise. And I'm going to go for, let's see. I have like a few really cheap civics that I could do. You know, they're really cheap right now at this point. There are a bunch of them, actually. But I don't really know how necessary that is for me to get those. I mean, it's not so far behind. Let's just work on civil engineering because I really do want this one. It would be nice to get the Statue of Liberty and, you know, then in the future get the Eiffel Tower and stuff like that. All of the wonders are more valuable for me as Eleanor because I get double the tourism and everything like that from those. So they're definitely important. And let's hope that Scotland doesn't found a city right there. Okay, so you want diplomatic favor. You want my epic? This is never going to happen. Absolutely not. I bought an epic from you. I don't know why you'd think that I would ever buy that or ever sell that to you. It's not going to happen. Okay, so we need to prevent this settlement from happening. We're going to found our city here, and I'm going to have to just hope he doesn't found that city on that exact tile. He's going to have to move somewhere, unless he wants to found it right here, and I don't think that he can. So hopefully on the next turn I'll be okay, but you can see how much of a crunch this is. Like, if I was one turn later getting that settler, like if I had tried to train it instead of buying it, it would not have worked out. Okay, and I think, no, on the next turn I can purchase another settler somewhere. But for right now, let's work on the workshop over here. As much as I would love to build an art museum, I can't do that right now. Oh no, look at that. He moved a whole bunch. Okay. +2 air score because I got my first naval unit just now. And he is going to stay parked on that harbor to protect it. We're going to found our city on this horrible loyalty penalty tile. Let's see. I mean, I can't get this over here. I could move one tile away from this spot. And I could get only a -8 loyalty penalty for settling on this tile. So let's hope I can found it on this turn. I can. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. And of course we have rebellion in 10 turns. So let's get a governor in there. And I think I'm going to go for, well, I could go for Victor. Victor should be fine. It shouldn't be like horrible loyalty problems. But I kind of want to go for Reina. So I'm going to appoint Reina. I just like her. So let's go with that. And rebellion in 45 turns. So we will be fine. I could, what's it called? I could buy another settler right now at this point. I don't know if we're going to be able to really do much with that because I feel like Scotland is going to send it over there to that amber and then we won't be able to get it. And Alexander is going to take these truffles with this city. We're going to have to just flip it. So I don't know if I really want to buy a settler right now. I want to see what Scotland's going to do with this. I don't think he's going to be able to keep the city if he does settle one. Okay, now in Rouen, I would like to build an industrial zone here. A shipyard would also be good. Let's work on the industrial zone. 7 turns and that will be completed. Put it there adjacent to some mines. And we are also going to work on the stuff over. Oh, look at this. Alexander City is flipping, so this is working out well. And it's a good thing that I didn't get that cultural alliance with him, because that would kind of mess up my plans. Let's go for... Well, we don't need housing right now, but I would like to get the Archaeological Museums and be able to get the archaeologists and dig up the relics and stuff like that. So let's do the Archaeological Museum. I would like to get the walls up though. Do I still have that policy in here? I do. So let's just work on the next stage of the walls first, and then we'll do that after that. Okay, and we are going to purchase the obelisk just to make sure that I don't lose that city. And then I think we should probably go for ancient walls for safety reasons. And we should be able to buy up these tiles. I do have land surveyors in here. Let me just double check. I do. So we can buy some more of the amber tiles. I can't buy that one. It may expand there eventually, but anyone but Alexander won't be able to get that. So let's just, I think that should be enough actually, because I don't think anyone can get this one now. But let's buy this one over here so that Scotland doesn't try to found a city there. And then we can't get that one right now. We're going to need another settler to get that one. But I can't buy one here because it doesn't have 2 population. And you're going to alert me. And you can go over here. And we can improve this amber on the next turn. And I'm going to leave this part here. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment in the comment section. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.